Now, I am fully aware that this topic has been bullied and buried and trampled into the ground, just repeated over and over and over and over and over again. OnlyFans bad for America. OnlyFans bad for the world. Gooning bad. Selling your body online bad. But here we are to talk about it again. Okay? Now, I stumbled upon two specific videos that I'm like, you know what? This is like bad. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's always been bad. But I saw a video that, girls kind of showed their, I wouldn't say testimonial, but I'm gonna just show y'all. This is pretty much the video right here.
The stares I get, I feel like people can see through my clothes, and it brings me deep shame. It makes me feel like I lost all right to my privacy, which I did because I'm one Google search away.
Sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, like it's not like normal sex at all. In my head right now, I can think of like 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. If I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100,
When people ask me if they should do porn, I tell them no. It makes dating really hard, it makes your family life really hard. You have to be okay with being shamed every day of your life. I don't even want to have children because I do porn, because I'm worried of the way that people will treat my child.
When I go out, I feel as if I'm wearing slut across my forehead. The names that people have called me, it's as if you could take out those names and print them and put a ribbon around my whole body of all the names and things that people say to me on the internet. That's how I feel when I walk outside the door. There are days to weeks at a time where I don't leave my house because I don't feel like facing the world.
I want to be like you when I grow up. No, you don't. Please don't tell your mother that you don't want to be like me. Love you, but do better than me, okay?
You don't see the bruises all over the woman's body after an abusive scene and her crying and feeling like if she hadn't done the scene, she wouldn't have gotten her paycheck.
The stares I get?
Yeah, it's so... There's a lot to unpack here, okay? The Mia Khalifa pic, video. Alright, I don't know how I know her name. I don't know, maybe some research. But yeah, Mia Khalifa, this girl, she like fucked 100 men or 1,000 men or something like that. And she's crying and she's like, she doesn't even remember them. And sex is such an intimate experience. It's like, to say that you don't even remember them. I know people don't remember, like in real life, people don't remember who they, slept with. It happens. But yeah, 100 men in a day is like, that's crazy, right? She probably missed like what, 75% of them. Another one said that they feel for their kids because they don't want to let their kids get made fun of. And I think now that we have the internet, social media, your clips, your videos, your pictures, your posts are immortal. They will live past your death in generations, right? Most notably, there was this guy, he was a wrestler, Hulk Hogan, who passed away recently, and it turns out that he said some very racist stuff back in the day, right? And when he was alive, obviously nobody brought these up, but when he died, people brought it up and, felt it as a reason to not be, to not be sympathetic for his death, basically, right? So, basically, my point is that OnlyFans has bad implications, of course, right? So, girls doing it, it makes them feel a shell of themselves. A girl even mentioned that she felt like she couldn't do the scene. If she didn't do the scene, she wouldn't get her paycheck, and it's like that's like what she's like riding on. And I'm sure she has a very upkeepable like lifestyle, like a very expensive lifestyle, so she need the money and stuff like that. I've also seen a clip where this guy was saying he had to do the same thing. He was getting like pissed on and like slapped and all this weird shit. Like, it was fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? And it's very, very sick stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be 100, bro. Like, this, like, porn is disgusting to me, okay? Especially, I'm gonna say from a male's perspective that porn is disgusting because, one, you're watching a man have sex with a woman. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then it's like OnlyFans is almost like, it's like, yeah, it's content creation, but when you have the subscription and you get to message them and stuff like that, you're then creating a parasocial relationship with the audience, and then the men are just so weird. Like the creepiest of creeps. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like the loneliest of lonely. And I heard something crazy, like over 60% of men on OnlyFans with OnlyFans subscriptions are married. Think about that. Think about that. That means there's other implications to this, okay? Which I'm also going to get into. Okay? Let's watch this video.
This is now the backbone of the American economy, and this is the guy who runs it, and it's not good. OnlyFans is by far the most profitable company in America. The company generates $156 million per employee. Compare that with all these other companies that we think of as powerhouses like NVIDIA, the chip maker, or Alphabet, Google, Walt Disney, Walmart. It's not even close. And so just think about the implications. What happens to society when we have an economy built off of getting normal people to do and consume adult content?
It's not even just do and adult content. Mind you, this guy is literally in his bed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Think about it like this. You're in a situation where your girl is withholding sex. Now you damn near love the girl that does OnlyFans more than your wife, which is fucked up, which is unbelievably fucked up, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, the girl on OnlyFans brings you more joy than your wife, which is more of a problem with your marriage than anything. But I will say that, you know what I'm saying? It definitely is like, you know, your wife almost has to have a stripper side to keep up with the OnlyFans girls that you will constantly see on your For You page. And I'm gonna get into that, but let me finish the video too.
Well, first we get mass loneliness, where men are dropping thousands of dollars on OnlyFans to just feel some kind of human connection with women. And on the other side, the girls are getting their soul sucked out of them. This particular creator says that she feels dead inside, doesn't feel any attraction to men anymore. Yeah, men and women don't want to have actual intimacy anymore. Look at the numbers. Only 37% of adults are having sex weekly or more.
Nigga, how the fuck, bro? When I see charts like this, who the fuck they ask? They didn't ask me. They didn't ask me. Or wait, maybe they observed it. See, that's why I gotta start covering my camera.
Or compared to 55% in 1990. In fact, the lack of social connection is more deadly than smoking 15 cigarettes a day, or drinking, or not working out, being obese, and much, much worse than air pollution. And just to top it all off, the #1 donor of AIPAC is the CEO of OnlyFans. Okay, Leonid Radvinsky, the billionaire owner of OnlyFans, according to internal documents, he and his wife pledged $11 million to AIPAC, the most of anyone listed.
I mean, is Iran a bigger threat or is OnlyFans?
That is a great question, Tucker.
Iran or OnlyFans is crazy. Okay, so like I said, that not only like this, you would think that only people who are consuming OnlyFans content and making OnlyFans content are, you know, the ones that are affected by OnlyFans. No. Social media in general is affected by OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think about it, you see OnlyFans models like, damn, what's her name? Damn. It's Sophie Rain and Camilla, I think. They're all on TikTok, and they're all They're on TikTok, they're on Instagram, they're on Twitter, and you know, all that stuff is all funneling their TikTok or their OnlyFans. And when you think about it, right? I have, you know, viewers that are, you know, grown, and I also have viewers that are young. And they always talking about gooning, which is basically masturbating, beating your dick, spanking your meat, whacking your turkey, whatever you want to call it, right? And that shit is so unbelievably bad for you. Mind you, like, these kids are like 10, 11, 12. You're like, when you're on TikTok, you see these like beautiful women, and it's like, you know, then they're just so promiscuous and like, you know, sexually, like, I don't know, driven, I guess. But, you know, all this stuff, this is all affecting the kids. It's bad. You know what I'm saying? It's really, 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 really bad. Because, bro, I feel like when you start experimenting and stuff like that, and like you get hooked on something like porn so quickly, one, like porn for men, at least, I can't really speak for women because, you know, I'm not a woman, and I don't really, and, you know, the women around me aren't open about how much porn they watch, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. but yeah, anyway, so people who watch and consume porn, especially at a young age, they're like, their minds are like, they feel inferior to the woman, because it's like, damn, she's so bad, oh my god. And then you just watch her get fucked. Like, it's just so, it's just weird, and it's gross, and it's like, it's just not something like normal humans do. I remember I was watching this guy, Taekwondo, shout out Taekwondo. He said that the world has completely changed, bro. Like, I can see more women in an hour butt ass naked than my grandfather has seen in his entire life. You can now see more naked women than your grandfather has seen in his entire life in an hour and 30 minutes. That shit is nuts, bro. And every girl wants to be a part. Not every girl wants to be a part of it, but a lot of girls, especially pretty girls, who, you know, feel like, man, I look better than Camilla. Oh, I look just as good as Sophie Rain. Or I look just as good as Mia Khalifa. And now you basically wanna fucking, like, emulate them, copy their success. You see them as an inspiration. And Camilla, at the end of her video, she said, don't be like me, be better than me. Be better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna discredit their success, because I like it's, like I said, it's consecration at the end of the day. You, like, people who do consecration know how hard it is to build it. Obviously, at the end of the day, you're playing games and stuff, but to build the audience, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, right? And it's the same exact way with OnlyFans. So I'm not discrediting their success at all, but I will say that, you know, it definitely puts you in a place where you feel like you can't have kids, you can't feel like you can't have normal relationships, you feel like you can't, you know, be you, or be the you that you envision yourself to be as a kid. You know what I'm saying? And all the money and stuff and like that, that's amazing. And, you know, I hope that that does fulfill every single last one of them. But for some of them, they feel empty inside, like the girl said. So anyway, that's it. Appreciate y'all for watching.